Our America's Mattress Live Tower Camp can't really illustrate how nice of a day it was, but we start those clouds kind of moving in later in the afternoon, but overall, still pretty nice, right? 45, mostly cloudy skies right now. They kind of set in a little bit as we've gotten in the afternoon, but still a nice view we had behind us. 7 miles per hour, 4:54 p.m. was your sunset earlier on today, and moisture is still not too much here on the western slope, but it's going to pop up a little bit more as we look at our futurecast later. 49 was your high for the day here in Grand Junction, 11 degrees above average, 28 was your AM low, 17 is where we should be at according to those normals, and so not too much changes, right? 23 in Gunnison earlier on today, 26 in Montrose, 10 up in Carbondale, 28 of course like we talked about here in Grand Junction. Then we warmed up a little bit more, right? Kind of hang out those upper 40s, low 50s once again, 47 in Montrose, 52 in Delta, tying for the highest with Moab and Nucla, 28 up in Glenwood Springs, so of course big contrast with the mountains. Not seeing as much moisture, but if you do look over towards our northwest, a little bit heavier clouds, right? Those are going to come our way as we head through the next couple of days. 41 right now, cloudy down in Montrose again, getting a bit cloudier as we move into the weekend. Why is that? Well, it's because of the direction of this flow coming down from the northwest, putting us in a more favorable position for a little bit of moisture to kind of pop in the atmosphere. And right now, it's going to affect mostly the divide as we get to the weekend. But it is eventually going to allow us to kind of get some more rain and some snow here on the western slope as we get towards the holidays. And you see here behind me, it's going to flatten out a little bit too. It's going to warm up a lot more, right? So let's take a look at that. The next few days, a bit normal, right? Those 30s overnight, and then moving to those upper 40s and low 50s again. This is Friday, 11 a.m., 50 Delta, 48 in Grand Junction. You're seeing this moisture already start to appear over next to me, and then it's going to kind of slowly work its way over towards potentially Moffat County and then along the divide, right? So Gunnison, Aspen, this is Friday at 10 p.m. Do keep in mind, Friday night, we'll talk a little bit more about this here in a moment. Going to see some strong gusts and potential for that precipitation along the divide. So if you have travel plans on Friday, do pay attention for the next couple minutes here. Saturday at 5 a.m., you notice that snow just kind of setting in. It's going to last throughout the night and then clear out a little bit as we get into our warmest day yet. On Saturday. Look at this. Our model has 57 in Grand Junction, same in Delta, 51 in Glade Park, 58 in Montrose. I'm a degree or two cooler than that, but still, again, warmest days yet, getting those mid to upper 50s. And they're also expecting some moisture over the holidays, right? And I know that's Christmas Eve into Christmas, right? Wednesday into Thursday, potentially lasting a little bit longer into the weekend. 55s are high right now on Christmas, and right now it's kind of looking like that system arrives during the eve and kind of lasts throughout the morning, potentially in the midday. Right now, though, that's too warm, right? Not snow. Just rain here in the valleys, but snow at higher elevations. But let's talk about our Friday travel as well, not get too ahead of ourselves. This is, again, these darker zones here, that's 60 mile per hour plus along the divide. We still do have those wind warnings along the eastern slope right now, and including the peak right there, which is those red flag warnings. So do keep in mind if you have travel plans heading east Friday night through Saturday, could potentially have some conditions that would make you want to hesitate and kind of just pay attention to the forecast, really. Here on the western slope, though, still, again, mostly confined to elevations, but could get that 15 to 20 mile per hour range in the valleys as you head in the next day or two. So let's look at those temperatures, though. Look at this. 59 on Monday, 60 on Tuesday. Can you believe that? 60-degree highs in December. Hard to imagine. 55 as you get into Wednesday and Thursday as that rain kind of starts to arrive this time for the holidays. 57 tomorrow in Montrose.